Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, to Dave Mac Builds, and today we're doing stage 46. I'll build a Trumpeter Titanic kit. What we're doing today, we're going to start putting the cranes together, and then we'll be attaching them to the ship, 2 at the bow and 6 at the stern. And luckily I've got some wire to go on there, which I'll be using the same wire for the funnels. So without further ado, let's make a start on these cranes. So what we need are these parts here, and I've got glue all over my hands already. These parts there, and these 2 small parts here. So I'll get these cuts off. So I think this first one done. That's one. Two H14, which are these ones there that the crane will sit on. That's one of those. H14. The very small detail here, H17, must not lose that. H16, if I can find it on this sprue, there it is, just there, a little teeny tiny piece. Let's just cut that little end off there, that little piece. Put that piece there. And what else do we need? And I'll need a photo etch part shortly. So I'll just put these together. So let's see, and the small little piece here, that'll be going inside here. Put that there like that. And off come the glasses again. Put that inside like that, and then we'll close this off. Like that. Oh, I mustn't forget the glue on this piece here, like so. Just keep hold of that for a second, that's all it takes. I probably may need with thin cement for this, just for it to take, because this will be getting repainted anyway. So I'll just hold on to that. Then next part is this little tiny detail here. So I need to cut this bit of flesh off. And the other end, very tiny detail. Okay, now we're going to glue it onto that end there. So I'm just going to dab a glue like so. Doesn't matter which way round it goes. It's that flesh that's still on it, it's a bit impossible. Let's try and get that off. Sandpaper. Well, I've got an emery board here, so get around that way. Perfect. Try again with the glue. Let's try. And that piece has gone on there, just there. Now we need to fit this piece on. So hold on to that for a second. Okay, that's tucked nicely. Now we need foot wedge part, because there's 8 of these cranes to do. D, foot wedge D. Foot wedge D. D5 and a bent. How the hell have they got bent? Well, I'm going to have to sort it out anyway, because they need bending anyway. Right, so let's cut it off from here, here, and then at the bottom. And take that one out. Then next piece we need is Falter Wedge 22, which is a small crane there, crane arm. Get that off. There, there, and that. And these need to be bent. Let's see which way these bend. That doesn't really matter. So let's get the pliers and bend them up like that. And the other side, do the same without damaging anything. And bend that up like that. And then try and get them as close together as possibly can. Just gently bending them in so they're even. Just like that. And that one's been bent too far over, so let's bring it out a bit more. So you've got to be precise how these go. That's better. Okily dokily. Now we've got to bend this into shape. Let's see how. So the small one, we've got two small end ones here. I need to bend this downwards so it's straight. So let's see which is the thinnest end. So this needs to go round here, like that. And like this. This needs to be bent round the same way, like that. And this part, what you can see, this part here has got to be bent in as well. Do that carefully. Okay. That's them bent in. Just take my glasses off to make sure it's level. Oh, not quite. Bend that down a bit. Right, that's perfect. So that has to be glued onto the crane. But we need photo etch part number 12 before I put that on. Number 12. Not number 12 at all. It's 21. Which is that part there. So I'll get that off. And it says to bend. But well, which way does it bend? I'll just get my file and just file that down a bit. So right, so I'll just bend this part downwards. Like that, and do a bit more, just like that. And with all this, do a test fit on the crane where it goes. And it just goes at the end here, I hope. Yes, so I'll glue that on. Put it. Put that on there and put it on underneath. Just keep hold of that. Make sure it's straight. Just that. I think you can see much there. Right. So now we need the little fencing. Right, which way does it go on? That way. Around here. So I'll get the glue on. Just like that. I could do with my tweezers about now, but I don't know where they are. Come on. This is why I need tweezers. And I've gone and dropped it on the floor. So bear with me a minute guys while I find it. Well, I've lost that part that's supposed to go on there, that little fencing. Don't know where it is. Lost it. So I'm going to have to do without. So what we'll do, it's very difficult to try and get these into perspective. Put that on there. And on there like so. So what I'll do, just bring that in a bit closer and then glue the crane on. Glue that on. If I can. Put that on there, and that's on there like that. Just lift the crane up, and like that. Just zoom in a bit. So it's just like that. Put it down. Next piece is H 18, which is that part there. So I'll just take that one off. Take that off. Put that in place. I should have put this on first really before I glued this in. Put that on there like that. Just move that side in like that. Squeeze it together if I can. Use my pliers to squeeze that in. A bit like so. Needs to go in a bit more there. And what I'll do, I'll add a dab of glue inside. Make sure it doesn't come out. Okay. Now the next thing we need is photo etch part, the hook D10. There it is, D10. And these parts just here. So I'll just move the crane out of the way. Take this off. Being very, very delicate with it. And it's very, very, very thin at the hook. Like so. See which way it goes on. The big end, big hook going round the wheel. So this is going to be glued on. So I'll just go round the wheel so far. Like that. Pick this up. Very fiddly stage, and make sure it's straight. And there we have the hook. Well, it's not going to come off anyway. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some cable. On a reel. Take it out. This is going to be fun because this is very, very fine cable. Well, very fine wire. So this needs to go into there like that. So what I'll do, I'll put some glue in, some glue on here and inside like so. Get me wire, I can pick it up. Put it so far in, and bring it down, let the glue take, if it'll let me. And I've pulled it out with my tweezers. Oh. So what I'll do, now the tweezers are not holding it. It's very, very fine, so it's not going to hold on to that. Put the cable in. It's a bit. I'm gonna have problems with this on the funnels. Literally. That's playing funny, but then the glue's dried, so I'm going to have to put fresh glue on. In there. There. No, where's that cable? Once I dive in the pot of glue. Not on my watch. So I'll put it in, down a bit as far as it'll go. And I'll just keep hold of it there. And that's done. I need some heavy. So hold that. And say about there. And the hooks come off. Let's see. I'm not doing very well here. Try again. Like that. Now then, he's getting this wire onto that. It's a very fiddly stage. Trying to keep it steady, but bend down that way. For some reason it just doesn't want to stick. Well, it'll have to stay like that, bent, you see. I'm trying to keep it straight, but my hands are unsteady at the minute. I've got shaky hands. I'll give it one more go. No, it'll have to do as it is. Strange. Well, that's one crane done. So what I'll do the rest off camera. I'll be back shortly. Right, I've done 6 cranes. There's only 2 left to do, but I'm having a break from them. But the cranes I've done, I'm going to put on the ship now. So I'll just get me glue, excuse me. Let's get me glue. So I've got the 2 small ones still at the front here. So I'll get these attached if I can. Put that there. Hate it when it sticks to me. Oh, they're not going in. Right, no problem. What I'm going to have to do, here's my pin vise. That's a bit too, what's it? Well, that's no problem. I'll have to file down. I should have checked these first, to be honest. No, they're not going in. I can't understand why not. These are not going in. And I'm sure these small ones go at the front. Just try around the back. Well, they fit on the back, so why don't they fit at the front? Bear with me a moment. I need to get me emery board. Let's file these down. Gotta be very careful I don't knock the uke off. I don't want that. Right, let's try that. And I'm going to be careful I don't knock the string off as well, the wire. Well, that seems to have gone on. So put it like that. And they've not been painted, these bases, for the crane to sit on. Very strange. Let's try that one. So I don't knock the string off. There we go. That's two of the cranes on, and the strings on them. Looks rather good. So I'll do the same over at the back. So I'll have to do a test fit first, and if that's the same, then I'll have to sand that down. So oh, that went on perfectly. There's one. So I can't understand why them small ones didn't go in. It's a bit awkward here. And there's a wasp outside that wants to come in. If that wasp comes anywhere near me, it's going to get squished. There we are. So I'll just turn that around. I should have done that a minute ago. Be very careful. That's another crane on, and now I'll just put one on either side of here. So there's one. I'll just put it on like this, on this side. And I'll just turn that around to there. And that's 4 cranes in place. Let's zoom in on it so you can have a close look. Even with the hooks on. One there. And one there. So there's just these two here, cranes that need to be made up and put on. So I'm having a rest now, and then tomorrow I can get that done. Well, them 6 cranes took me, let's see, 2.5 hours to do, just 6. And I didn't think it'd take that long. I thought it'd probably took me about an hour at the most, but wow, I'm just glad that 6 of them are done and just 2 left to go. And oh dear. And that wasp was in here. I managed to get it out. The next stage is the masts and the one at the back, but they need painting first. So what I'll do when I get back tomorrow from Berry Market, I'll finish off them last 2 cranes, video record it, and then put them on YouTube, and I'll leave the masts until Sunday when I attach them. I mean, I found some eyelets from my Victory build. Them little ones are minute. I mean, they can do the job, but the problem is how I'm going to attach them to the deck. So I've got the wire here. I just hope that the eyelets are wide enough for them to go through. And you know what? It is wide enough for this. If you can, I don't think you can be able to see that type of wire. That's how thin that is. I think this came with me Victory build. I'm not 100% sure, unless it was my hood, HMS hood. I can't remember. But I'll be using this for the funnels. And I've got some a little bit thicker wire upstairs that can be used for the rigging on the ship, and they'll look nice. But like with these boards here, I'm going to have to get another 4. So it'll have 8, 10 glued together for the ship to go in the middle and to sit inside, and it's going to be quite long and all, so it'll probably need cutting down a bit. And it's a shame I haven't got like a melter to melt it, but I've got knives, so you'll be able to do the job no problem. Well, anyway, I'm not going to waffle on for too long. I don't want to bore you to death. So all I can say is, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for future videos. So until tomorrow guys, you all stay safe, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.